Like many children, I went through a dinosaur phase. I was legendary at nursery school for showing up every day with my basket full of plastic dinosaurs. Allosaurus, Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Tyrannosaurus rex. I had them all, or at least all of the 20 or so species available back then. Kids today have it so much better. Unlike most kids, I never grew out of the phase. I still have my toy dinos, many more now. I still know their names, can even still pronounce Parasaurolophus. But my interests have shifted to living reptiles, snakes, turtles, lizards, and crocodilians. To a large extent, this shift was prompted by a rerun of the old TV show Leave It to Beaver, specifically the episode in which Wally and the Beav buy a mail-order baby alligator and hide it in the bathroom. Needless to say, when Minerva, the housekeeper, finds it, hilarity ensues. Thinking that this was a great idea, and knowing that pet stores in those days, the early 1970s, sold baby caimans, the Central and South American version of the alligator, I petitioned my mother. Not being the sort of woman who likes to say no, she suggested we contact a family friend, Charlie Hessel, the deputy director of the St. Louis Zoo, expecting him to put the kibosh on the idea. Every day when my father returned home from work, my first question was, "Did you talk to Mr. Hessel today?" By nature, not especially patient, particularly not at age 10, I went from exasperation to annoyance to anger as the days passed. What was the problem? My father was waiting to see Hessel at a meeting, rather than simply call him up. Would that meeting never happen? Just as I was giving up all hope of a crocodilian in residence, my father came home one evening and announced that he'd spoken with Mr. Hessel. "And the answer?" I asked, as I fidgeted with hope and nervousness. Then, elation. Hessel said that it was a great idea, the same way he got his start in herpetology, the study of amphibians and reptiles. My mother was stuck, and soon our basement was full of all manner of reptile. I was on my way to my own career in the field. At the same time that I was tending my scaly charges, I was also an avid reader of the monthly magazine Natural History, put out by the American Museum of Natural History in New York. A highlight of every issue was the column This View of Life by the brilliant and erudite Harvard paleontologist Stephen Jay Gould. Its name lifted from the closing sentence of Darwin's On the Origin of Species. The column regularly explored Gould's heterodox ideas about the evolutionary process, often stressing the indeterminate and unpredictable nature of evolution. Elegantly written and mixing in vignettes from history, architecture, and baseball, Gould presented a compelling case for his worldview. When I was accepted to Harvard in 1980, I looked forward to learning from the great man himself in his modestly entitled non-majors course, The History of Earth and of Life. And fascinating he was, as engaging in person as he was in print. But the faculty member who made the greatest impression on me was Ernest Williams, the curator of herpetology at Harvard's Museum of Comparative Zoology, the position I now hold. An imperious elder scientist, he nonetheless was very welcoming to a young upstart with an interest in reptiles. Soon I found myself studying the particular type of lizards that had been the focus of his life's work. Small, usually green or brown, with sticky pads on their toes and an extensible flap of colorful skin under their throats, anole lizards are photogenic and captivating in their antics. But what has shot them to fame in scientific circles is their evolutionary exuberance. 400 species are known, and more are being discovered every year, making Anolis one of the largest genera of vertebrate animals. This immense diversity is accomplished by great local richness, as many as a dozen or more co-occurring species, combined with regional endemicity, most species being limited to a single island or small part of the tropical American mainland.